Alright, Garuda King with the 49th parallel. Second video on the Tops Tom Brown tracker T3. As you can tell, I've had this knife now for I think a little over a year. And there's a lot of guys out there love or hate it. I say I love it more than I hate it. Throws good, as you can tell from my previous video, and it's quite the heavy, solid, trustful knife. So I don't see why people don't like it at all. So there is online, you can find a PDF of the operator's manual for the tracker knife, and I'm going through each individual aspect that he calls out the knife to be used for. I'm going to be doing a video on each one of those. My first video was throwing it, which actually isn't in the manual, which I was really surprised that it's not, and that there's not a lot of people out there who throw it or know about its throwing capability. Excellent throwing capability. Either full turn, quarter turn, or straight throw. It will throw very, very well, and I'll do a demonstration on the straight throw of it. But in today's video, we're going to be chopping. It calls in there that it's an excellent little handheld hatchet. He calls for 3 different positions for chopping. The first one is that position. The second one is your forefinger on this notch for chopping, and then the last one is where you're just holding onto the end with your 2 fingers and being able to split wood or chop with it. So I got some alder here, dried alder, pretty good wood to burn and pretty tough. So we're gonna start with split some rounds. I got some rounds split, I got some half rounds split, just to see. And I'm going to try to do it all without batoning it whatsoever. So let's give it a shot and see. I'm going to go from the very third position. I want to get a lot of weight on there. So, alright. Not a very good swing there. Flat guys out here for a good little oh, that one split really good. Alright, let's do this quarter. Got a little bit tighter grain to it. Just going through this like there's no problems. I mean, look at that. That one's got a pretty good knot in it. Try from this other end. Oh, there we go. So you can tell why some people love this knife. There's a knot split right on that knot. So there you have it. The tracker just decimating dry alder. It has a very exceptionally well edge on it. It's a great knife. So there it is in action. I mean, I could just keep going, splitting this stuff up into just little chunks for kindling, and no issues. So, is it an effective hatchet? Yes, it is. Does effectively work as a hatchet for splitting up wood for kindling. Very effective. So let's see about a hatchet on something green that's round. So we know how it does splitting up there. Let's go chop down a little tag maple or alder or something. What do we got here that's not too big but not too little either? I like this guy right here. I think this is a, yeah, that's an alder. So we're gonna give chopping down this little green alder a whack at it. All right, there you have, I mean, that's a good, 4 inches, good 4 inches, a green alder, and you just witnessed what it wasn't that difficult of work getting through it. There was even a good dry dead spot halfway down the center of it right there starting. So it does chop. So Tom Brown, there's more evidence that that your knife performs to the level that your manual says. I mean, it says in there it will chop like a hatchet. It will chop like a hatchet. Probably take it up against some bigger stuff. Take a lot of energy and a lot of work, a lot of chopping. If I was to chop down something, I'd say anything larger than 7 inches would be quite the challenge. And I might just accept that challenge if one of you watchers out there challenge me to something big. So there it is, Tom Brown Tracker 3 chopping. When I was chopping that there, I found that when I had a couple times I had to switch position from getting able to get a good lie. It's hard to control, from that third position. It's a little bit harder to control where my edge is dropping. So, to be able to get those tighter when I started getting closer in there, to be able to get that tighter, more dropped edge on my cut, I switched to that the first and second hand position. But this isn't the first time I've done it. I've known that it was going to perform this well because I use it, as you can tell. It's a used knife. It's in the arsenal. It gets used, and there won't be a review by me on tools unless I put it through some serious abuse. And I will say that the tracker holds up underneath all the abuse I've given it so far, and we'll give it some more abuse. Go find something else to do, something maybe not in the manual a little bit also. It does talk about that it does have a wire breaker on here. Maybe I'll go break some wire on the fence that I need to fix. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment below, and if you want to challenge me with the tracker, let's do the challenge, the tracker challenge. Thanks for watching.